Our condolences go out to your entire family and to the LA County Fire Department and to everyone impacted by this tragedy, obviously including the members of the families involved. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone. This morning at 10:53 a.m., our department received a 911 call at 8700 Sierra Highway in unincorporated Agua Dulce, and this is the location of LA County Fire Station 81. Santa Clarita Station deputies, Lancaster and Palmdale Station deputies arrived at the location at 11:18 a.m. You have to appreciate there's quite a bit of distance between all these places, and discovered there had been a shooting at the station itself, 81. Our Sheriff's Enforcement Bureau, Special Enforcement Bureau, the SWAT team, they responded immediately, followed by LASD Homicide Bureau and Arson as well. So this is an ongoing investigation. Right now I want to bring to the podium the man in charge of the investigation, Lieutenant Brandon Dean from our Sheriff's Homicide Bureau.
Thank you, Sheriff. So as the Sheriff indicated, this is obviously very early on in the investigation, so this is the preliminary information that we have as of so far. So as the Sheriff and the Chief indicated, approximately 10:50 this morning, our Palmdale Sheriff Station received a call of a gunshot victim in the 8700 block of Sierra Highway at LA County Fire Station number 81. Deputies from Palmdale Sheriff Station as well as Santa Clarita immediately responded. Upon their arrival, they discovered one victim, male white, 44 years of age, a firefighter engineer suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the upper torso. He was unfortunately pronounced deceased at the scene. The second individual, a 54-year-old firefighter, captain for the LA County Fire Department, was also suffering from gunshot wounds. He was immediately transported to Henry Mayo, where he was treated and went into surgery, and as far as I hear, is listed in critical but stable condition. Based on witness statements at the scene that were at the fire station when the shooting happened, they gave a name of the suspect and a description of the suspect vehicle. That vehicle was linked to a residence in the 2600 block of Bent Spur Drive, and we know that that suspect that shot those two firemen is also a off-duty fireman that also works at LA County Station number 81, the same location. Deputies immediately started responding to the suspect's residence, at which time they also received a house fire call, and the house in question on the 2600 block of Bent Spur Drive was on fire. As the Sheriff indicated, members of our Special Enforcement Bureau immediately started to respond, and they contained the location. While containing the location, they saw an individual in a small pool outside of the actual residence, appeared to be suffering a gunshot wound to the head. At this time, it's unknown if it's self-inflicted or not, but we know that no deputies fired, and we don't believe anybody else was at the location, so it appears to be self-inflicted. We cannot with 100% certainty say that that is our suspect because we have not made an approach on the residence yet. The house is still burning. Once they feel it is safe to make an approach, our Special Enforcement Bureau officers will make an approach and clear the location. They didn't immediately make an approach because we had gathered information that they believed there was nobody else inside the location and that the one person that we were looking for was outside the location. Again, this is very early on. The actual motive of the crime, we're unsure yet. We still have to conduct interviews with all the fire station personnel that worked at the station all 3 shifts, family members, conduct next of kin notifications, process both crime scenes, first the firehouse, and then ultimately the house that is on fire once it's deemed to be safe to process.
Now I'm going to ask Dr. Contreras with Henry Mayo to come up and talk about the situation with the individual in the hospital right now.
Good afternoon. It's always a heavy heart and deep sadness for any trauma surgeon and for any medical facility on a day like this. And my condolences go to the families involved in this tragedy. And the LA County firefighters are brothers in the protection of the community as trauma surgeons. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the family. Second, I'd like to discuss the shooting. As far as the hospital was mobilized at approximately 11 o'clock and 11:30, in which an active shooting event was occurring. We were mobilized and prepared, and I would like to acknowledge the hospital for being prepared handedly for that event. We received one firefighter in this tragedy, a gunshot wound victim, which we took to the operating room and stabilized him. He's in critical condition. All life-threatening injuries have been addressed, and the recovery process is ongoing.